Welcome back. Roll intro.
Now, who's hot, who not? Tell me who rock, who sell out in the stores. You tell me who flop, who cop the blue drop, who jewels got blocks, who's mostly Gucci down to the blue top. The same old pimp, Mace, you know ain't nothing changed but my limp. Can't stop till I see my name on the blimp. Guarantee a million sales, call it level up. You don't believe in Harlem World, nigga, double up. We don't play around, it's a bet, lay it down. Niggas didn't know me 91, bet they know.
Okay, so before we get into this Phil Collins Sussudio reaction, massive shout out to. And yes, you are the MVP. Ayo, so please remember to like, comment, and also match the energy of that subscribe button and hit that post notification bell so you can be down with every time I drop a video. So everybody who's been following this channel already, you know how I feel about Uncle Phil. So without further ado, we just gonna jump straight into this reaction because I cannot wait to hear Uncle Phil sing on this track. His voice is absolutely phenomenal and amazing. So let's get into it. I already like the old time feel I'm getting from it, just from the imagery right here.
Thank you. Don't mention it.
Come on, Uncle
Nice
Phil.
crowd, eh? Right. Last tune. Let's try Sussudio, okay?
Okay, so I did pronounce
It's
it
our
right.
last song now. Thank you very much for coming. We're going to try, this is a tune called Sussudio.
Hey! Woo! Woo! Yes, come on. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it real quickly. Already, I love this. I love his vocal performance and the way he's writing this beat. When I tell you I was waiting for Whitney Houston to pop out and start giving vocals with him, because I don't know why, but for some reason I was getting in the mind of when Whitney Houston did I Want to Dance with Somebody, that song and that music video. It just put me in that mind frame. And I would have just loved for them to have been able to do a collaboration if they would have been able to, because I think both of their energies and the way that their vocals are would have meshed very well together. But let's get back into it. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna need that crowd to give me more energy. Come on. He is in the zone. Come on, Uncle Phil, let's go.
Give me a chance, give me a sign. I'm sure anytime. Sussudio.
Woo.
I've got to have
Come on. I love when men can sit there and do that, when they can hold their notes that long, because that shows great vocal control and power within their voice and their vocal cords. He's giving me these like Mariah Carey type of runs. I love that. Amazing, amazing, phenomenal, man. Let's get back into it.
She makes me nervous, it makes me scared. I feel so good if I just say the word. Sussudio.
Yeah.
Just say the word. Sussudio.
Woo! Come on. Taking us to church. Let's go.
She's all I need. All of my life. I feel so good if I just say the word. Sussudio.
Okay, the crowd finally giving me energy. Let's go. Oh, he's in his zone. Let's go. Come on, Uncle Phil. I would have said macaroni if you wanted me to. He is taking it. Come on. Woo, come on, Uncle Phil. Jam. Woo. That was amazing. I love that. They don't make music like this no more. Like, this is crazy. I've never heard of this song until now. Shout out to the person who actually had me react to this. This was phenomenal. I love this. That was a whole vibe and a whole mood. Uncle Phil know he was getting down in there. He took us to church, him and the band. They killed that. The type of energy that they was evoking, everything. But the crazy part to me is, like, I couldn't have been that crowd because they would have kicked me out, because I would have already from beginning would have been cheering and chanting and just out of my seat because of the energy that Phil Collins exudes. Like, he has such a commanding stage presence. Like, he has this King of the Jungle stage presence. Like, you just can't help but to orbit him. He's the sun and we're the planets, and you just orbit him and feed off of his light. Like, he's like so radiant in that way, and he commands the stage and commands everyone's attention. I love the confidence, the conviction, the unapologetic, like, it's not even a cocky type of attitude. It's a confidence, because he's very content and comfortable in who he is as not only a man but as an artist. And I just think that he does a phenomenal job in exuding that and not showing, like, he's riding that line of confidence. And it's not like, you can never say that he's cocky, because even if he was, he would have damn good reason to be cocky, because the man can perform and sing his ass off. So let's just be clear with that. You can debate me or at me in the comments if you don't think so, but I will pull up for Uncle Phil, because he gets busy in the booth and when he sings. And another thing that I love about him is because of the fact that what I basically said, that they don't make music like this no more. They don't produce artists like this no more. There are not artists like this that can give you vocals like this and without it being manipulated. And that's what I love. He's very authentic, and his voice is so pure. Like, that's not manipulated voice. That is 100% raw talent, and I love that about Phil Collins, because I feel like he makes love to the music. Like, when somebody loves doing music, like, they live it, they eat it, they breathe it. Like, it's like It's like a drug running through their bones. It take over their soul, basically. That's what it is for him. Like it's addictive. Like music is an addictive drug for him because he gets a high and he gets a rush off of it to perform to the best his best capable self and his best being, his highest being, and he just captivates you. And like I said, when the song first came on, I really picture Whitney Houston with "I Want to Dance with Somebody" with that video because I just wanted to dance and move because it was such an upbeat and happy song, and you could just sense it and you could sense it from in the way that he was enunciating and he was projecting and the way he was singing and the way he was moving and vibing, like he was just so up tempo, so upbeat. There was such a connection, a genuine connection with the music. Like you believed everything that he was saying. I love this song. I thought he did a phenomenal job. Sussudio, like I gotta figure out what Sussudio means. It sounds like it's like either a Spanish or an Italian word. I know it's a Latin. It has to come from the Latin language because it definitely sounds like it comes from one of the Romance Latin languages. So I definitely know that, but I definitely need to know what that means because it seemed like it could have been like a romance type of love song or a dedication song or just it could have been just a feel good song to make you feel good about yourself. But all I know is that it just put me in this mode where I didn't want to stop dancing. Like it made me want to be daring. It made me want to sit there and be my best possible self. Like I don't know if anybody has watched the series Pose that has came on FX, but it's like when Damon danced to "I Want to Dance with Somebody" within that show Pose on the first season and the first episode, where he was dancing because of his father and his mother, and basically and them disowning him because he was gay, and he was finally able to live out his dream and go to the new school, the music school that's in. He came from Pennsylvania and went to Manhattan in New York City. They moved to New York. He moved to New York City because he was kicked out, and he basically performed "I Want to Dance with Somebody," basically, which is by Whitney Houston, and he danced to that song. He had the movement and dances go through his bones, and that's the type of mind frame it made me think of, like when Damon sat there and laid it all out on a line, and he was dancing because he danced because that was it was because that's what he wanted. He lived it. He breathed it. He exuded dance. Like that's what his end game and his goal was. Like it tempted him to be daring, and the connection that he made with that song, which is basically with "I Want to Dance with Somebody," and that was a freeing moment for him because he's basically sitting there saying that he wants to dance with somebody who loves him, basically, which is another man, for him to be content and comfortable with, and for him to be accepted by society. And I just feel like Phil Collins, with the way that he was doing with Sussudio, was giving that same courage to people, not in that exact same way, but for you to just do anything daring or be your best or greatest highest self, regardless, and just do it in the most up daring way, if that makes sense. But I thought he did a phenomenal job and he killed it to me. So with that being said, I'm not gonna rate this because it would be sacrilegious to relate this, and I would have to go to my priest and basically confess my sins because that would be a sin if I sat there and rated this. So I'm not gonna rate this. I'm definitely gonna say this was phenomenal and it's off the Richter scale. So let me know what you thought of Uncle Phil Collins, my uncle. My last name ain't Collins, but it's Coleman, so it's close enough. COL. Get into it. Yes, this is my uncle. He adopted me last week, so we just gonna be clear on that. But regardless of that, let me know what you thought of Sussudio in the comments below by Phil Collins. And with that being said, please be safe out there. Remember to stay awesome, be awesome, because you guys are all awesome. This is your boy Mark, and I'm signing off. Deuces. Peace.